Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? In our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
There is no time. There is no time for the countdown to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have a puck drop. We are moments away from the puck drop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I guess because there's no Canadian anthem, you just speed through everything. We are underway in Raleigh with a bunch of lineup changes. Filipino's playing his first game since November. He was out with a head injury, I believe, a concussion. Was it a concussion? Filipino's been out since November, and he's back. He's back in the lineup. He's on the third line. It's Kreider, Zibanejad, Roslovic, Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere. And then the third line is... Oh, on the screen, I think they have that incorrect. They have Cooley, Goudreau. Oh, I guess Cooley's on the third line there. It's Hedo, Wenberg, and Kakko on the fourth line. So there you go. Hedo's back. Thank you, Kill Gill. Called me a beautiful man. I appreciate you. Also back to the lineup, Evgeny Kuznetsov playing on the fourth line. Brind'Amour puts him back in. And the biggest change of all, Rod Brind'Amour decides, I'm going to switch goalies. After Freddie had a decent games 1 and 2, I don't think he was that bad, Rod Brind'Amour decides, I'm going to put in Mr. Kochekov, because they alternated time throughout the season. Freddie was injured for most of this regular season. They flip spots a lot, but Kochekov hasn't played since early April. I believe the date was April 14th. He makes his first save there. First save since April 14th just happened. Oh, I guess, are they? Oh, there's the shot. The shot just went up on the shot clock. So first save since April 14th is right there. But it's an interesting move. Freddie Anderson's never been known to be a workhorse, so I understand it. And when he was a workhorse in Toronto, you could see his numbers start to decrease. He's had plenty of seasons with a bunch of starts as the number one goalie, but his numbers always tend to fall off towards the end. So Brind'Amour doesn't have the wrong idea going to Kochekov to switch things up. But it's a very interesting strategy here to go off of a goalie who was playing very well and to put in the cold goaltender. We will see how it goes in game number 2. The New York Rangers are up 2-0 in this series. Thank you for being here, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated that you are here hanging out with us right now. Looks like we have a whistle. 18 minutes. 2 minutes have gone by. Is it a penalty? Oh, bench minor, too many men on the ice. Who stepped on? Who was the extra man? Wow, early power play for the Carolina Hurricanes here. They're showing the replay. Oh, that is not even close. Not even close. 6 guys all in play for the New York Rangers. Brent Burns over to Aho. They're working the power play here. This is a dream start if you're a Hurricanes fan. Their power play is deadly. Yes, Alkaline says, too much man. Too much man is indeed the call. I'm just sitting here enjoying the show. If we want to get a little food talk in like we did last episode, last game, I should say, we can definitely do that. Let me know what you're eating for dinner tonight. I will shout out your dinners. Aho with a nice shot on the power play. Svechnikov tries to clean up the rebound. Can't quite do it. Minute left. A minute has been gone by, and there's a steal there by Zibanejad on Brent Burns, but he's going 1-on-2 on Aho and Burns, so he can't really do anything. And Carolina maintains possession. 40 seconds left in this power play. Trying to enter the zone here. Warrior Wumps making some pho for dinner tonight. Love that. Paige. Usagi Page. Birthday sushi. Hoping to celebrate with the Rangers with happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you for celebrating with us. Here's a little jig from a panda for your birthday. Nature's missed a nice one-timer there on the power play. Carolina didn't convert. It has been officially killed by the Rangers. They got the puck in the zone. Can they set something up here right in the middle? Vinny Trocheck can't get it through. Blocked by the bodies in front. Is that Justin Fisher on the SDPN account? Says he's got noodles on the way. Where you got noodles from? Where did you get noodles from? I'm jealous. Avery says, I made fettuccine Alfredo tonight, and it is delicious. Let me know what you're eating. This is Eating Corner. We're all here just to talk about each other's meals. Hey, another penalty coming up on the New York Rangers. Looks like it's Schneider this time. Braden Schneider. Let's see this replay. Showing the replay of the power play shot. Aho had one. I want to see the penalty, guys. I'm waiting for the penalty. I got a super chat from Joe. Woo! One-timer by Natchez, just missed. And here it is. So it's Wenberg who got the penalty. Wenberg lost his stick, and then with no stick, he goes and he grabs the Carolina player with 2 hands. What are you doing? Excuse me, you can't do that, sir. That's 2 minutes for you can't do that. So we got a super chat from Joe here while we watch this 4-on-4 action. Oh, it's 4-on-4. Oh, so Sveshnikov got an embellishment? No way! I'm sure. What? Maybe I didn't catch the replay enough because I was just watching and I see Wenberg take him down. It was so the chat saying it was a dive. We say dive or no dive. Noah says that was a total dive. Kill Gill says it was a dive. All right. All right. I wish I could see it again. All right, we're going to a TV timeout. They're taking their first commercial break here. Let's get into your food while we debate that dive. So we had a super chat from Joe. Joe said, what's your favorite pizza and what style? Right now, my favorite go-to pizza has been Domino's. Like if we're talking just strictly chain pizzas, Domino's is fantastic right now in my life. I like a thin crust. The thin crust is amazing with the side of cheesy bread. And on the thin crust Domino's pizza, I'll usually do what's the best one? Like, because I like to do, I'll do like, this is literally how I'll get it. So that's why I'm like a little difficult to just give you like a flavor I'll do. So I'll get the whole pizza and I'll do like one of the specials. So it'll be like 4-topping medium pizza or whatever. So I'll add that coupon to the Domino's order. And then I'll split up my 4 toppings so I make the most use of it. I don't know if anybody else does this, but if you do it on half a pizza, that's only half a topping. So I make a 4-topping pizza or even let's say it's a 2-topping pizza. I'll make that into 4 different toppings I get because I only use half toppings on each side. So I'll do half pepperoni on one side, half bacon on the other one, half sausage on one, and then with the pepperoni, like sometimes I like pineapple, like don't hate me. Sometimes I like green pepper. So on a 2-topping pizza, I'll get four halves of toppings, and that's how I kind of like doing it. So then I get kind of like 2 different pizzas on the one large pizza. So that's kind of my go-to right now when I'm doing pizzas. In terms of like a higher-end pizza, if you're from the Toronto area, there's a place called Blondie's. Blondie's makes delicious pizza, and I love Blondie. So that's kind of my more high-end pizza. They have one called they have like weird names for it. I think that one's called the Hot Girl. It's jalapeno, and they're like crispy jalapenos on it with pepperoni, and that one's fantastic. So, Joe, that's my pizza order for you. Thank you for asking. I saw somebody in the chat had a margarita pizza. Kill Gill says best toppings are prosciutto and arugula on margarita pizza. Yes, Justin, I am galaxy braining my pizza delivery. That is how I do it every time. I take advantage of half toppings, half a topping on pizza being only half a topping. So if I have a 4-topping pizza, I actually get 8 toppings. It's amazing. So the play is back at 4-on-4 after Schwesch was called for a dive on the hold by Wenberg. It's always weird how they call the penalty and the dive. So was it a penalty or was it a dive? I believe we had this debate on the Steve Dangle podcast once. How does it make sense that it's both? You know, I don't get it, but well, whatever. The pineapple and pizza debate you guys can have that out in the chat. Like that's one that's never going to be resolved by anybody. Like I don't think it's that serious. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that people put on like tomatoes on. Well, I guess tomato sauce that's not a fair example. But I feel like pineapple isn't as exotic as like mushrooms. Or like chicken on pizza is weird. And there's a whole bunch of exotic things that go on pizza that I can't really get upset at pineapple being on pizza. Pineapple is also just a delicious food. Like it's good. Hurricanes are trying to get something going here. We're back to 5-on-5. Clock is on the screen. It's timed up with what I'm watching in front of me. If you want to time up your viewing with mine, so the commentary is in line. New York can't keep it in the zone. and they are offside. We get a stoppage at 12:11. I've seen lettuce on pizza, says Jacqueline. Yeah, lettuce on pizza is weird. The lettuce would just get all like shriveled and stuff, right? Warrior Wop with a great take. You don't hate pineapple on pizza. You just believe that because the media told you to. It's so true. Like, I think people just hate pineapple on pizza because it's become a thing to not like pineapple on pizza. If you genuinely don't like the taste of it, then I'm like, okay, then it's true. But if you just hate it arbitrarily, and you're like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, come on. Lots of weird things go on lots of weird foods. There's very exotic pizzas out there these days, especially at like a place like Maker Pizza, I believe is one of them, where you just make your own pizza and you put the toppings on it. People do weird stuff. All right. Kuznetsov misses a chance in front, stopped by the Rangers. Rangers try to go the other way, stopped by Carolina, who's had more chances here early. They've looked good, had a power play opportunity. Rangers didn't allow anything to get going on that power play. Now we got a simple shot to the middle of Igor Shesterkin by Jordan Stahl. Eric Stahl. Called him Jordan. Great play by Trouba. They're showing the rebound. Jordan had 8 shots, according to the broadcast, in game number 1 or game number 2. 8 shots on goal for Mr. Stahl. Once again, Jordan Stahl with a shot on Igor Shesterkin. Stopped by Igor. We got another face-off. By this time last game, did we not already have 2 goals? We got a $2 donation from Alberta Guy Leafson 7. Thank you. Jet Legend says, all right, it's 9 a.m. over here, so I'm going to go to sleep. 9 p.m.? Or you've been up all night? Wanted to stop and say hi first. Love you, Jesse. Love SDPN crew and love you, fellow fans. Shout out you, Jet Legends. New York's trying to get something going. Shot on Kochechkov. He fumbles it a little. Lindgren goes to the front of the net, and there is a scrum. Sveshnikov hits him in the head. Lindgren's helmet goes off. And it has officially gotten chippy at 10:22 of the first period. We got Joe with a super chat. Thank you, Joe. Joe says, I love pineapple on pizza, but the best is Canadian. Pepperoni, bacon, mushroom, and then add green olives. Canadian pizza is very good, except I'm not a big mushroom on pizza guy. I feel like if you polled planet Earth, if you said all humans got to take this survey, and you said, do you like the texture of mushrooms? I think 40% of all humans would say no. I think the majority, no, that's not the majority. The majority enjoy mushrooms, but there's a large collection of humans out there, around 40% of all humans on Earth, who are like, I don't really like the texture of mushrooms. And for me, putting mushrooms on pizza, I don't like it. So if I do a Canadian pizza, I usually ask them to substitute the mushrooms for something else. Like extra bacon or extra pepperoni or throw something else on there. But like I like to customize my pizzas anyways. D.D. Weiss says, come on, Kochetkov, give us your best Jordan Binnington impression. We'll see. Depends on how this game goes. You know, you could just run Kochetkov for the rest of the series, rest of the playoffs. Colorado, Dallas coming up later tonight. What one hell of a game, number one. Colorado being down 3 goals, coming all the way back, winning it. We got a very high dump in. Oh, there's a goal by Carolina! Comes on a tip. I believe that's Jake Gensel who tips it in. Early start. It's 1-0. Jake Gensel running a tip drill on an Orlov shot from the point. That's a 1-0 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes. Jake Gensel gets free from Jake Trouba in front. Orlov sent it on net. Beautiful! Mwah! Chef's kiss tip drill from Jake Gensel right over the pad of Igor Shesterkin, and it is 1-0 early for the Carolina Hurricanes. Great start to the game for them. Shots are 10-3 so far. Jacqueline, Team DOS. Yes, the Dancing Animal Squad does make their first appearance as we got our first goal. There they are again. Some air horns for the Dancing Animal Squad. That snail. Protect that snail. No thoughts in its brain except for doing a little jig. Having a good time. Carolina's looking dangerous here. Looks like they're trying to get another one. We got a super chat from Alberta guy, Leafson 7. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. The question on the super chat is, who scores first for the Rangers? I'm going to say the puck's covered. Oh, my gosh. Another scrub in front. This thing's getting real chippy. Orlov takes down Jimmy Vesey. He's got him by the head. Goudreau got knocked over. Now someone's got Cooley. Kuznetsov's going at Cooley. Someone's getting a penalty. Oh, it's working. We got to fight. We got to fight, everybody. Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi and Vesey are going at it. The refs are holding the back. The refs don't allow us to get a fight. Oh, boo. Boo the linesman with me. The linesmen don't let Kotkaniemi and Jimmy Vesey go at it. Oh, my gosh. There's a lot of things got to be sorted out here. Barclay Goudreau is trying to get into the Hurricanes bench. Barclay Goudreau is trying to fight the entire Hurricanes bench right now. There's a lot of bodies to clean up. What are we going to get out of this? Oh, my goodness. That was chaos. I think they're going to a TV timeout while they sort out the penalties. I wish they stayed on the broadcast. That's all right. All right, so Alberta Guy 7 said, who scores first for the Rangers? My pick for the first goal for the Rangers, I'm going to say Adam Fox. Adam Fox gets a goal here in this game. I think it's a floater from the blue line. Some sort of just, hey, they're passing it around at the point. He floats one to the net. I don't know if it's just a screenshot, but it takes a weird float in the air and it goes right past Kochetkov. That's my prediction for the first goal for the Rangers. Slavin on stick cleanup. Orlov to chokehold that guy, says Marquette. Yeah, Orlov had, I think it was VC he had, just like in a grasp, you know, he just had him by the neck. I like that this game and this series has been so chippy. It's been fun. Joe says I'm way off on the mushrooms. No, my mushroom take is correct. How dare you? Thank you, everybody who helped me boo the linesman. How dare they stop our fun? If you haven't hit like on this video, hit like. If you have not subscribed to the SDPN YouTube channel, go to youtube.com/SDPN. Subscribe. All right, so let's see. They're going to sort everything out here. Orlov came in, punched Gaudreau in the face. VC came in, tried to get Orlov off, defended Gaudreau. They go at it. Gaudreau gets dragged out by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov thinks he's like the linesman holding people around. Then eventually Gaudreau goes at it with, I think it was Kotkaniemi or Kuznetsov. I didn't catch it. So let's get the calls. What do we got here? I think it should just come out as a wash, to be fair. Let's listen to the referee. Oh. All right, so we're ending up 5-on-5. 2 unsportsmanlikes on either side. 2 roughings on either side. Is how the ref sorted out there. I think when things happen like that, that's the only fair way to sort it. I think that's the only fair way to sort it out. When everybody's just fighting, unless there was a clear first penalty and somebody's like over and above the extra penalty, you have the matching unsportsmanlikes, you have the matching roughings. Go back to 5-on-5. Let these guys sit in the box until the next TV timeout and just play it out like that. Like that's how I see it. I think they got it right. Ridiculous Nico, if you don't like pineapple on pizza, you need to grow up. That is a super chat. I agree with it. Air horns to you. I'm watching on the Sportsnet broadcast, by the way, if you're curious. Sportsnet has their crew down there. That's the one I am watching on. I don't know which network has it on in the States. TNT or ESPN tonight. But I'm on the Sportsnet broadcast. I'm hearing Sean McKenzie do a in-arena hit. I don't know if you hear Waffles barking, but I assume she saw like a squirrel. They're still cleaning the ice here, waiting for them to get back to action. A lot of people are saying no to pineapple on pizza. Terrace Westman says no. Koozie93 says no. Thanks, Jeff, Josh, and TJ. DDY says TNT. All of you guys say TNT. They have the game tonight. A lot of no's to the pineapple on pizza. Now we're getting the yeses piling in. Appreciate that, guys. We got a super chat. Great work with the Jesse Blake playoff stream. Thank you. I appreciate that, Connor O'Shea. They should put them down to 3v3 for some really fun hockey. I would love to see that. Some 3v3 action. We got a lot of pizza opinions we need to get to. Usagi Page, I like pineapple and mushrooms on pizza, but not at the same time. I think that's fair. Catherine, pineapple on pizza is good. I like it better with pepperoni. Me too. I like the classic Hawaiian, like pepperoni, bacon crumble, pineapple. I think that's the best way to have pineapple on your pizza, is the classic Hawaiian. T.A. Neiman says pineapple pizza with American added with the other cheese. Sounds weird, but it's the best ever. Jacqueline says the pizza talk is just as intense as this game. I know, you guys are fighting about this pineapple on pizza. No, pepperoni with cream cheese. Okay, Husker, you can leave. Husker, you can leave. No, get out. That's too far. Husker said pepperoni with cream cheese. Cream cheese like on your pizza? Like Philadelphia cream cheese. The spreadable thing? What are you talking about? Like the thing you put on a bagel? We got a break here for the Hurricanes. Wraparound goes wide. That was Natchez with the wraparound. Does not convert. Oh, great shot there by the Hurricanes. Goes wide and over the glass. Oh, I think there's a penalty? That was Brady Shea with the shot. And we got a penalty. I think it's Jake Gensel. I'm trying to see what the penalty on Jake Gensel was. It's showing the wraparound again. Show me the Jake Gensel. Oh, yeah, no. Who did Jake Gensel get in the face? Gensel absolutely smoked Keandre Miller in the face. That's high sticking. You can't do that. Oh my gosh, he got him like right in the mouth. Wonder if he still has a tooth. New York goes to the power play here. This is a crucial power play. Let's see if they can convert. We'll get back to your pizza opinions very soon, because we got a lot of hot takes in the chat right now. Here's a chance. Trocheck misses the net. Some great stuff here from the Rangers so far on this power play. A minute is about to go by, though. Oh, there's a chance off a rebound. Kochetkov gets back into place. Adam Fox isn't able to throw it on net. Panarin's got it around the back. Goes to Zibanejad. Throws it out in front. Goes wide. Over to Fox. Over to Zibanejad. Over to Panarin. Tic-tac-toe is intercepted by the Hurricanes, but they got it back, and now Fox is working along the side. Tries a one-timer to Trocheck on the far side. Goes wide and down the other end. We got to get to the pizza takes. Harrison, pineapple 1,000% on pizza. 10,000%. Gravely, I like anchovy on pizza if it's put on at the right time late in the bake. Gravely, that you're asking a lot. First of all, anchovies not that great. Like fish needs to stay away from pizza. Let's not do the whole anchovies thing. Plus, secondly, you're asking too much from your pizza maker. If they got to put it on a specific time. New York's still working the puck here after the power play, but it has been killed off. Lafreniere shoots it right into Kochetkow's glove. And we got a face-off in the offensive zone for the Rangers. I think we might be going to a TV timeout here. This is from Ginny. Smoked salmon and cream cheese on pizza could be good. Now, I'm not saying you're simply being difficult, but Ginny, at some point, that's just not pizza. Smoked salmon and cream cheese is for a bagel. It's not that's not pizza anymore. You're officially being difficult. That's a bad pizza take. 4 out of 10 pizza take. That's a bad rating for your pizza take. That's disgusting. That's not good. That's not pizza anymore. You've crossed the line. Hey, Michael Borland. Thank you. Michael Borland with the massive super chat. Appreciate that. Michael Borland on the super chat says, just wanted to make point that trading Marner is not blowing up the team. It's just reallocation of the cap. Saw lots of chatter online about it being a blowing up, but it's not. Michael's right. The long and short of it is I agree that it's not. The core of the team is Austin Matthews. And if you really want to expand the core out of Austin Matthews, it's Riley, who's been here forever. It's Willie, that's now locked up forever. It's Joseph Woll in goal. It's going to be Matthew Nyes. It's going to be Fraser Minton and Easton Cowan who are along the way. Like, that's the core of the team. And I definitely agree with you that if they decide to move off Marner, if he agrees to waive his no-move clause, that, yeah, it's the right thing to do because you should be reallocating that money, because spending that much on a winger who doesn't perform to where the money's worth it is probably the right decision for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that is your Leafs corner. We don't have to talk about the Leafs for the entirety of this game, but we need at least a little bit of a Leafs corner. We are back. The action is underway. 4:30 left in the first period. We can get back to the pizza takes momentarily, but Carolina's looking a little dangerous. And New York escapes. Okay, so puck's back in the neutral zone. Justin Fisher on the SDPN chat. What does Mitch Marner like on his pizza? Well, he can afford a very expensive pizza. He can put whatever he wants on that pizza. Whatever the most expensive pepperoni in the world is, Mitch Marner can put that on his pizza for $11 million a year. A lot of action in the neutral zone here. Nobody really attacking. Svechnikov throws one on net. Easy save for Shesterkin. Another chance from far out. Easy save for Shesterkin again. Makes everything look easy. But Carolina's pressuring here. And the puck goes over the glass. You guys are being mean. Don't be mean about Mitch Marner. Helly says, I just got in here and Leafs talk, LOL. I agree that there needs to be an official pizza rule book. But also, have it, do your own thing. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. I'm just here to judge you. It should be an official pizza judgment book. Because you shouldn't have rules, but we should be able to judge you. I think that's the key. You can do whatever you want, but you are not free from judgment. We figured it out. Kayuya says SDPN can't go one day without talking about the Leafs. That's true. That's because the Leafs are the most important team in the universe. No team has ever been more important than the Toronto Maple Leafs. If you have not hit like on this video, hit like on this video. If you have not hit subscribe on this channel, hit subscribe. SDPN appreciates that you are here today, hanging out, watching Carolina versus New York. 3 minutes left here in the first period. It's 1-0 Carolina, 2-0 in the series for the New York Rangers. The Rangers look to be offside as they're entering the zone there. Not offside according to the linesman. Shot attempts right now are 28-13 in favor of the Hurricanes. Shots on goal are 16-6. The Rangers just got their 7th shot on goal there as Kochetkov made an easy save. Spent it out to the corner. The Rangers are trying to pressure. They're getting some good chances here. Kochetkov makes another save. Puck goes wide. Carolina gets it out of the zone finally. That was a really good little minute there of play by the Rangers. Gensel's looking for something in front of the net. But the Rangers are going the other way. It's 2-on-2. They're on the rush. Oh! Panarin just misses a pass. Hurricanes can't come back down the other end and get anything going. We are under 90 seconds left in the first. It has been a fun first period. It's been chippy. It's slowed down these last 5 minutes here as everybody kind of got ramped up for that scramble in front. And then we got the offsetting penalties, and now it's kind of cooled. Cooler heads have prevailed, as the old saying goes. Carolina's dominating on the shot clock right now, 17-8. Played with a high stick, and we have another face-off. I believe we're getting a face-off in the neutral zone here. All right, so we got our pizza takes out. Where are we going next? I think next up we build the ideal burger. Right now, one of the burgers that I have enjoyed the absolute most, and my girlfriend and I are addicted to it, is Five Guys. Five Guys makes a fantastic burger. And Carolina can't get anything going there. New York's got in the neutral zone. We are 30 seconds here till intermission. New York's trying to get a goal late. And with Five Guys, their topping choices are elite. The elite topping choices, the quality of the patty, the crispiness and deliciousness of the bacon. The bacon cheeseburger is my go-to. Zibanejad tries to shoot it with a couple seconds left. Can't do it. We are going to the first intermission here with the Carolina Hurricanes up 1-0. The New York Rangers up 2-0 in the series. We will come back for the second period with your favorite burgers, and not just like where you like the burger from. I want to know if you just built the burger, what's the ideal toppings, the ideal burger. We'll get to that. So we'll take a break here. We'll play a little clip from the Steve Dangle podcast as we have our first intermission. Canes are up 1-0. I will see you back here in a moment after the SDP boys, that's me, Adam Wilde, and Steve Dangle, hang out with you for intermission.
He's made them a fortune.
How many times should they have gotten past the first round?
I agree, but you're looking at that as
They're leaving millions of dollars on the table.
Yes.
I think that's a fair point in that his performance is also tied to the team's performance and the play. Chris Johnson brought this up, and he's like, you go to the second round, there's 3 extra home dates, and that's also tied to the revenue.
Right. And what they will say, and what he will argue, and what he will be successful in arguing is, what was it before?
What? Oh, yeah. They were doing a fucking horrible job before, which means he's doing a great job.
That's how he'll argue it. And that's how it will be argued.
But does anyone buy that?
I think people do. Absolutely. Because here's the thing.
Rubes.
When you're looking at it from a corporate perspective,
Robbable.
they look at, hang on, let me finish
people.
this. When you look at it from a corporate perspective, they go, okay, we have the known quantity. Is the known quantity giving us exactly what we want in terms of results? Not quite. However, sponsorships are up. Season tickets are up. In terms of not just the amount of sponsorships, what they're charging for sponsorships. If I told you what it costs to just buy official partner of the Toronto Maple Leaf status, you'd fall off your chair. And that's before you've spent any money activating that partnership. And the reason that they can do that is because they've had this amazing run of regular season success. And the in-game is better. The fan experience is better if you can afford to go. All of that stuff is better under Shanahan, and that's his direction. So they will look at that and they'll go, okay, then we got to bring somebody in, and we got to get them up to speed, and then we got to hope and pray that they can do a better job than Shannon.
Well, then how do you?
That's how they're going to look.
How do you then tell this man who scored 600 goals and is in the Hockey Hall of Fame, you're doing a great job? Fuck off from all the hockey decisions.
I don't know. That's a board decision, I think.
I think the way they should be looking at it is the same way. Like, I understand the point in that they're wildly successful and all that stuff, but the way Alan Walsh talks about how Gary's running the NHL and how successful it's been recently, like they've gotten revenues yearly up to $6 billion. The NHL is generating revenue. But when Alan talks about that, he's like, yeah, it's widely successful and way above anything all the owners' expectations are, but it should be in the $9 billion, $10, $12 billion area. And that's how I feel about Brendan Shanahan. I think that's how the MLSE board should look at Brendan Shanahan. Yeah, Gary, you made $6 billion, but you should have made double that. Yeah, Brendan, this team is great and has wildly successful and turn around the franchise and all that stuff, but it should be better. You have all of the resources here. You should be doing more with what you have here. And I think that's a failure in my eyes. They clearly don't look at it like that. But if you're falling that short of where you should be, I don't care what gains you've made. We should have 3x what you've done.
And basic math. You make more than anybody else, and you are not experiencing near the same success as almost anybody else.
Yep. And listen,
come on, guys. What are we doing?
I also want to say this. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, more than I think that they've let on, were severely hit, like a lot of teams, in their month-to-month revenue over the pandemic. Huge.
All right.
And so what teams want right now at the executive level is stability. And so you have to account for that. You have to, if you want to understand it, listen, we can rage all podcast about it, but I can tell you that that's what they're looking for.
Well, and that's why Dubas was fired. Because first round exit.
No, he wasn't.
Second round exit.
He wasn't fired.
Whoa. That's way too unstable. We've had too much success. First round exit. Oh.
Yeah, the stability thing goes against firing Dubas goes against that stability thing, because what do you do a month before the draft when you have a bunch of big decisions to make on your core forward?
Well, they obviously trust Shanny.
It was
those decisions because he's the one that had ultimate decision.
Brendan Shanahan with these things.
Well, okay. Do you want to know what I've heard?
Sure.
What have you heard?
So I know on pretty good authority that 1/3 of the board was ready to move against him if they were able to get out of the first round. 1/3, the other 2 undecided or unknown. Okay. They had a meeting. This is what I've heard. So that the first part is what I know. Here's what I've heard. They had a meeting about this a few weeks ago. It was a board meeting. They had a conversation. It was broached. If the Leafs don't get out of the first round, then what? And from what I understand, and again, what I've heard and cannot verify, is that Keith Pelly came in and said, no, Shanny is the guy I want to stick around for at least one more year. And the reason is he's just taken over. Now, we've talked about this executive thing for a while. It's, it was like when Shanny took over his position with the Leafs, he wanted to retain Randy Carlyle because he hadn't had a chance to look at the organization. They tried to re-sign Dave Bolin to a 5-year, $25 million. And thank God the Florida Panthers upped their offer. So Bolin, who never finished that deal, didn't stay in Toronto for $5 million a year. So that's not out of the realm of possibilities. I think what you're going to see tomorrow is you're going to see Keith, Brendan, and Brad out there, and they're going to say, we got to make some changes and not much else. You're not going to see, and so when the board meeting is supposed to have happened, and again, haven't been able to fully verify it, the conversation was, listen, if we do this now, we throw ourselves into the same chaos we found ourselves in last spring when Dubas was let go.
Who did that?
Well, no one's saying it in that specific thing, but they're saying don't throw us into the same chaos. Don't take me literally on that. What I'm saying is they don't want chaos this spring. They want continuity.
So it's trickle up. We all thought Keefe was done, and Brad Treliving comes in. Oh, I just got here. A year later, Keith Pelly takes over. Are you going to fire Shanahan? Oh, I just got here. It's just millionaires playing fucking merry-go-round. Here you go. Like, what? Adam. Like,
I'm just telling you
for God's sake.
Just what I've heard.
I think a big problem with the Leafs is they're a little bit of an anomaly. Like they're I'm trying to come up with a gentler way of saying they're an abomination of sport. Because the way this is supposed to work is when you lose, you die. When you lose, you fail.
It's supposed to be a results-oriented business, and it's not right now with the way the Leafs are working.
Monetarily, though, they're successful, and that's what they're looking at.
Okay, how is this remotely different from the pension plan days of 20 years ago?
I don't think it is. I'm just telling you. Listen, I think they're upset about the lost revenue, but I think they're also going to point at it and go, well, we made more money this year than we did last year.
Okay. How about this? Fuck off out of the sports realm then and go run a grocery store.
Yeah, as a fan.
Go, make a shoe line. Go get involved in any other business. You win or lose. It's sports.
Well,
Are you fucking joking?
As a fan, you would hope that the ownership of your favorite sports team would recognize that it's more than about the bottom line, and that you wish you had ownership in there that recognized the results on the field of play are what matters the most to the people who care about your team and are the reason that you have all of those revenues. And if those results aren't coming, it's time to make results so that they can. It's time to make changes so that those results do come.
Well, and so here's what my thought on that is, and I mentioned this a couple shows ago. And I don't disagree with anything you guys are saying. I'm just telling you how they're going to look at it. And how they're going to look at it is we have
like clueless
3 money-losing properties. TFC loses money. Marlies lose money. Argonauts lose money. Okay? You got the Raptors who are in a full rebuild because they refused to make a move last year that could have probably turned them around. It's a little bit different. I'm telling you. That's why they want continuity. And that's why Shanny's going to stay.
What about that made you freak out?
I mean, the Raptors, it was obvious. The Leafs...
They're bad because what?
The Leafs are not bad.
No, but the Raptors are bad because what?
Because Masai would not move on from his key players last.
It's also
trade deadline.
completely different scenarios. Like I don't think that was the thing to get you all upset
It
about.
comes back to the same shit.
No, but they won, Steve. You're comparing a team that won a championship and then had a COVID year where they had and then the repeat year, the bubble season, they were this close to beating the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, they were.
If that exists in like real life, they probably beat the Celtics or in the finals again.
I
and
do agree with that.
And then they have a COVID season where they're in Tampa and it's a wash. They get a great draft pick in Scotty Barnes. They come back. Things aren't looking too great, but you have a top 30 player on your team. Plus Lowry's still there. He moves on. You have Van Fleet. You run it back with them. You believe in your core because they won a championship. And what you're seeing with Siakam right now in the playoffs and OG in the playoffs, you had pieces there. There was all this.
The point was get to the playoffs.
All
right?
I'm trying to say is don't just yell about the Raptors and say, they did the same thing as the Leafs, because not the same at all.
Had the Raptors won the play-in game last year, which they came close to doing.
They were bad last year.
They were, but had they won the play-in game, which they were in the lead for the majority of the game, I was there.
Whoa. Here, wait, let me Google something real quick. Did they win that game? No!
Mm-hmm. But I
Jesus!
think MLSE board looks at this as more than just the Toronto Maple Leafs.
And
I
don't think they do.
And I am upset that I cheer for a sports team that has an ownership group that's this inept.
All that said, I think what's going to happen tomorrow is the straight ahead boring answer. That's always Friday. What always happens in this is that you hear a bunch of wild rumors, and guess what happens? The most boring thing. Trust the most boring answer. The most boring answer is Shanny, Pelly, and Tree are up there. They are tree living, tree laughing, and tree loving. And they are just talking about what the future is going to be. And yeah, we might have to look at some moves, et cetera, et cetera. That's trust the boring rumors.
Thank you to the gentleman from the Steve Dangle podcast. That's Steve Dangle, myself, and Adam Wild. Before we left here for the intermission break, I asked you, tell me about your burgers. Tell me how you like your burgers. And we need to go through it. We need to talk about how you like your burger. So let's start with Train Pass, because Train Pass says put an egg on it. And personally, I could not agree more. Underrated is the egg on the burger, especially when they do it so the egg's a little runny. Some people don't like it like that. I personally do. I like it when it's a little runny. The runny egg gets all over the burger, and it is mwah, chef's kiss delicious. Train Pass, I'm with you. Let's get a runny egg burger. Trinka 2.0 says a burger with pineapple ring and jalapenos. I'm not the biggest burger and spicy stuff person. Like pineapple, yeah, I'll do. Pineapple, I like the sweet mixed with the burger. Pineapple, like that. I'm a big fan of Mexican food, and they like pineapples in their food, so I'm used to like chorizo and pineapple and all that kind of stuff. So like I like a burger with pineapple on it. But jalapenos, when I go to Five Guys, which is one of my go-tos right now, I don't have jalapenos on it, even though that's an option on their menu. Like I don't need, like, if I'm going just classic chain fast food burger like a Wendy's, I don't need jalapenos on that. Nah. I'm not the biggest jalapenos. Harvey's is good. Don't hate a Harvey's burger. That's a Michael. But what do you get on your Harvey's burger? I need to know that. In-N-Out, best burgers from Distant Storm. I was in Vegas in 2021, I want to say. And that was the first time I ever had In-N-Out, because they have an In-N-Out there in Vegas. If I remember correctly, I liked it, but it wasn't like crazy good. It was like decent. I'm more of a Shake Shack person. Shake Shack over In-N-Out all day. If we're talking about just best burger places, Shake Shack's top 5. Top 2 maybe, and it might not be 2. So Shake Shack over In-N-Out all day.
Burger Priest, says Anna. I don't like their buns. Their buns are a little too thick. Their burgers are like, all right, they're decent. Good fast food burger for sure, but their prices aren't really fast food. Same with Five. They're in the tier of Five Guys in terms of prices for burgers. Harrison says eggs on burger, absolute fire. You're my man, Harrison. We got a lot more burgers. KU says American cheese all pass. I prefer Swiss. Alkaline comes back and says mushroom Swiss is top notch. Guinea, there's their Five Guys order. Bacon cheeseburger with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle, ketchup, mustard, and mayo. That's good. That's a good burger. I would eat that. Guinea Weatherby. Harry, toasted bun, smashed ground beef patty, pickles, lettuce, pepper jack cheese, jalapeno, ketchup, and sometimes an egg. I'm eating that without the jalapenos. The pickles, egg, lettuce, pepper jack cheese, ketchup, that's good. That's some good stuff. A lot of people, Natalie comes back with pepper jack. A lot of people like the pepper jack. Bustin Dufflin, great name, says Jesse's take on steak versus burger is the worst thing about him. Hey, there's plenty of worse things about me, but yes, I do enjoy. I think if we're talking about just strictly foods, we're ranking them tiers. I'm putting a burger ahead of a steak. I'm putting a good restaurant burger ahead of a restaurant steak every day of the week. It's more enjoyable. I leave my meal having enjoyed it more if I had the burger, the high quality burger with everything I want on it over the steak. I don't think that's controversial at all. I think a lot of people will agree with me. Tobito 12 says, I take a chicken sandwich over a burger any day. That's a controversial take. Chandler says, eat a better steak. I've had good steaks. I'm telling you, I've had good steaks. I enjoy the burger more. A burger is a more enjoyable meal than a steak. I am committed to that. That's not even controversial. It's not even controversial. Like, we're talking the highest tier of burger. You're in heaven, and they give you the perfect heaven burger. Better than a good steak. We have Tony D'Angelo trying to fight the entire Rangers bench, is what they're replaying from the first period. And we are almost underway. I thought they were going to drop the puck soon. There we go. Everybody's at the face-off circle. They have dropped the puck. We are underway. Period number 2. Hurricanes, Rangers, round 2. Series up 2-0 in favor of the Rangers. Hurricanes pressing here early. Igor forced to make a huge save. Comes way out of his net. Carolina doesn't get a shot on the empty net after the huge rebound. Wow, early chaos there. Jordan Stahl with the opportunity. It was Teravainen forcing the play. Teravainen and Stahl playing back and forth. Wow, Shesterkin made a huge save 30 seconds into this period. Oh, my goodness. All those hardworking construction workers says, shout out the super chat. I appreciate you. Would you rather eat your elbows or your kneecaps. Kneecaps are easy. Like eating an elbow. Like I couldn't even get there. With my knees, at least I can get my knee to my face. Like at least nom 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 nom. I can eat my knee. My elbow, I can't do it. Like I feel like that's a very easy answer. You're eating your knee all day because you can't eat your elbows. So that's the answer to your question. Thank you for the question. If you ask me a super chat, we'll get to it right away. Pog LLC says, it's so weird. I was ahead of Adam's stream by like a minute, and now this stream is like a minute ahead of me. Yeah, Adam and I use different streaming platforms when we stream. So I think I have less latency when my feed gets to YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, you might be watching on YouTube, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. We got a penalty here. Hito had a chance. Oh, Hito got tripped up. Jordan Martinook tripped Philip Hito, and the Rangers go to the power play here, trying to get one back, trying to tie up this game. Their power play has been very good this series. They capitalized on it in overtime in game number 2 to win the game. They're 0 for 1 so far in this game. Let's see if the Rangers can get this one back here. Carolina sends it the length of the ice, and 30 seconds has already expired in the power play. 2 minutes goes by fast, people. I was talking about the latency. Yeah, just if you don't know, Adam Wild streams all Vancouver Canucks playoff games. I'm doing this series, obviously. You are here. But he's on the Canucks Edmonton Oilers series, and yeah, his stream is a little behind mine. Hopefully we can get that sorted in the future, but that's just how it is. If you haven't checked out that stream, do it when you're watching the Canucks Oilers games. Thank you for being here. You can also watch these streams on our Twitch channel. We are twitch.tv/SDPN Live if you prefer Twitch as your streaming platform. Shout out everybody right now watching us on Twitch. You can also watch this on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you could just have it open while you scroll Twitter. You go to my Twitter profile. This live stream is simulcast right there. And it looks like we have another penalty. It's gonna be against the Rangers. That's Panarin who commits the penalty while the Rangers are on the power play. He goes to the box, and the bread man is not happy. Oh. Not the biggest penalty there, but a little hook on Slavin. The refs have set a precedent in this series. I will give them that credit, where the referees have said, we're calling everything. They called everything in game number 2, and they're calling everything so far here in game number 3. We know, at least the players know how it's going to be called, and you can play according to that. Carolina's controlling play here at 4-on-4, trying to set something up and be in a comfy position for the minute power play that they're going to have once this 4-on-4 expires. But there's Keandre Miller stealing the puck, trying to go end-to-end, but loses it in the neutral zone. We got a super chat here. Tails, burgers need extra toppings to compete with steaks. Tails, very important point. Oh, the Rangers are pressuring here shorthanded. I consider the toppings of the burger and everything involved a part of the burger experience. And that is why I have them over steaks. Because all encompassing with the burger comes the bun, comes the toppings, comes cheese, all that fun stuff. We got a breakaway here by the Rangers. A shot by Barclay Goodrow right into the chest of Kochekov, who makes the easy save. The Hurricanes are still on the power play here. 20 seconds remaining. Shot on Igor. He makes the save. They work it over to Brady Shea at the point. Down low. Back up. Down low. Back up. Trying to fight to the middle. There's a shot on Shesterkin. Gensel keeps it in. Power play is officially over. And the Rangers are on a breakaway. Here we go. Panarin out of the box. Misses. Hits the side of the net. And we have a penalty. We have a penalty on the breakaway. We have some super chats I need to get to as we have a pause in the action on the penalty committed by Carolina on the Panarin breakaway. Oh, I guess the penalty wasn't on the breakaway there because, yeah, nobody touched him. Oh, very close by Panarin. If he could have just angled it a little more towards the net, it would have been good. Oh, they're calling interference on Brady Shea there. On Trocheck. He got in the way of Trocheck here. So we have a break in the action as Kochekov gets his pads fixed. I'm going to get to some of your super chats. Hot Lettuce. Hot Lettuce says, can we get Dancing Panda? Let's get our first second period DOS squad member. The Panda is out for Hot Lettuce. Little dance. Quick dance, Panda. Quick dance. Do your thing. Olay is on. Well done. Well done, Panda. That's for Hot Lettuce. Amazing Kook super chatted us and said, did you have any plans for tomorrow morning? Too bad. Playoff OT, baby. Woo. This one definitely looks like we might get back-to-back OTs. It's a tight game. Carolina has controlled the offensive chances, but to New York's credit, they've kept it close. And it's still a 1-0 game despite the shots being 21-10. They're on the power play here. Their power play has been good, even though it's 0 so far in this game. If they just need to convert once here and it's a tie ball game. Carolina, though, doing a real good job, and they send it down to the other end. We have another super chat here. This one's from Wilgaman. Oh, there's a shot. Shorthanded by Aho. Igor makes the save. Here comes the Rangers back up with a minute left on the power play. They try and feed it out front. Zibanejad can't hit it in, and it is saved by Kochekov. Wilgaman says on the super chat, thank you for the super chat. Air horns. What would you want from the Blues for Mitchell? Mitchell Marner, that is, from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Should the Blues be tearing it down, or is the retool still a viable option? And we had a poll run for burgers versus steaks that we got to get to. Let's take a look at the Blues roster. I wonder if we could build some sort of trade for Mitch Marner to the St. Louis Blues. We also had, before I get to the Blues Marner trade, we had a super chat from Mo Bailey who says, waffles, Cam, please. If you are not aware, Waffles is my dog. Waffles is the cutest dog on planet Earth. I am biased, but she is adorable. Let me pull up a very cute photo of Waffles here. Let me see if I can do this. Where's a good Waffles photo? Good Waffles photo to show the class. The Rangers still working it here on the power play. 10 seconds left. Shot on goal. There's Waffles. There's Waffles. Little Chihuahua Fox Terrier mix. This is the best you're going to get for Waffles Cam. There you go. She is probably upstairs barking right now. Kochetkov covers the puck. 13-17 left in the second period. We have a super chat that I got to get back to. And we are going to... Oh, my gosh. That was so much closer than it initially looked on the live play. But Kochetkov just saves one off his pad. Doesn't sneak through. And we have a break in the action. So what we're going to do here, while we have this break in the action, we're going to look at the St. Louis Blues roster. And I'm going to suggest something. If the Toronto Maple Leafs, the local Toronto hockey team, want to trade Mitch Marner to the St. Louis Blues, I need one of Justin Falk or Colton Parayko in return. What do you say, Doug Armstrong? I need a top right-handed defenseman. You got Justin Falk. You got Colton Parayko. How's that for starters? Plus, I need somebody to fill a hole that Mitch Marner's going to leave. And whether that be a young Jake Neighbors, maybe. If we can't get the young Jake Neighbors, maybe we get your captain, Braden Shen. Maybe we get Pavel Buchnevich. I want something along the lines of one of their top right-handed defensemen and one of their decent forwards. Like, I'm talking, like, I don't think they give us Jake Neighbors. They give the Toronto Maple Leafs Jake Neighbors. I think that's crossed off. But I want one of Buchnevich or Shen. I want the defenseman plus Shen or Buchnevich. You tell me. You tell me, Doug Armstrong. You tell me. I think those are the two. The salary is going to work. Mitch Marner makes $11 million. Those two combined is around $11 million. Pick one of the forwards. Pick one of the defensemen. I'll take a package of the two. Call it a day. Maybe throw in a 4th round pick. That's what I'm looking for. Adam Fox for Marner. No. If I'm New York, I hang up the phone. Never going to happen. Jake Neighbors for Mitch, straight up. It says that the SDPN account. That's Justin Fisher. Tail says waffles, pancake, or French toast. Fight about it. Oh! One-timer just missed by the Rangers. Hito's out there. First time since November 2nd. I believe off the top of the broadcast here, I said November 23rd. But it's November 2nd the last time he played. No Matt Rempe tonight. We don't get the Rempire State Building in Carolina, in Raleigh. He did not make the trip. Well, he made the trip. He did not get onto the ice to start today with Filipino back in the lineup. Looking good there. Looking good on this shift with the boys. He's the reason that Schneider got that shot for sure.
Tail says, waffles, pancakes, or French toast, fight about it. I am a pancakes person. I did not name waffles because I like waffles the best. I did not name my dog Waffles because waffles are the greatest. I just think that's a great name. Pancakes over waffles for me personally. I like the fluffiness of a pancake, more than the crispiness of a waffle. We're going to stop and play here. I think that's Lafreniere going to get called. Lafreniere trip Gensel? Oh, no. Oh, no. Adam Fox tripping. Yeah, Adam Fox's stick got right in between the legs of Jake Gensel there. And the Hurricanes are going to the power play. Michael says, what about Marner for a first-round pick and we get cap space? If you've ever watched any of my NHL 24 GM streams, it's something I do all the time. And real-life GMs can't do it because I don't think you can get fans to understand. But I dump contracts simply because I want the cap space. I will send guys out for, like, fourth-round picks because I want the cap space. And Marner, like, having $11 million in free cap space is a lot of cap space. The Hurricanes are doing a great job on the power play here. Huge block in front by the Rangers. Gensel had a slapper that was blocked, but they're still pressuring. Seth Jarvis is right in front of the net, can't get a tip, and the Rangers send it down the length of the ice with 30 seconds expired in the power play. If you have not hit like on this video, hit like. If you are watching Mika Zibanejad go up the ice, and it's a one-timer fed over to Chris Kreider. A shorthanded goal by the third one of the playoffs. Goal, New York. The New York Rangers off of the rush. Mika Zibanejad with a nice little nifty play to get around the defender is followed up the ice by Chris Kreider. Feeds a one-time out in front. Beauty play. Kreider lays the body on Aho. Gets on his horse. Runs the length of the ice. In position. Blows by Brent Burns. One-timer. Goal. We are all tied. That was an electric play by the Rangers. We are all square here, and there's still 50 seconds left on the power play here for the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Rangers just had another chance shorthanded, and they couldn't capitalize that time again. Here's Marty Necas working the zone. Over to D'Angelo. And there's another break for the Rangers. We have a breakaway. Oh, Trocheck can't slide it through the legs of Kochekov. Vinny Trocheck all by himself on the shootout. Did they end the game, go back to the regular season, and just allow Vinny Trocheck to take a shootout try on his own? Oh, my goodness. Nobody in sight. Can't get it home through the legs of Kochekov. Wow. Nice little try to go forehand, backhand, 5-hole, but Kochekov closed the wickets just in time. We got some action here in the middle of the second period. The power play has been successfully killed by the Rangers, but the Hurricanes still look to try and pressure the play here. Jordan Staal working along the boards. Tries to send it up to the point. Can't get it there.
And it's Jacob Slavin rushing back to the puck, but Kochekov gets it out himself. If you're a goaltender, tend the goal. Tend the goal and do a good job like Kochekov just did there. Got the fourth line out for the Hurricanes. Kuznetsov, who's back in the lineup tonight after sitting. Oh, we have a play with a high stick. We got a whistle. They're showing the Vinny Trocheck breakaway again. One hell of a play. All right. This is from Jacqueline K. If the Rangers win this game, do you think they sweep? Would be a shame. These games have been awesome. These games have been so tight, and I don't think they sweep. Like, even if I think the Hurricanes are so good that I think they get something this series. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if the Hurricanes don't. Like, I expect them to climb back into this. I expect it to be 2-2. I expect it to be 7 games. I expect us to be sitting here game number 7 next week watching Hurricanes Rangers, and it's like, who's going to take this? Like, that's what I expect out of this series, because these two teams are very evenly matched. Hurricanes have been controlling more of the offense, but the offense, why did I say offense? The offense here, but the Rangers have been able to capitalize on their limited opportunities, and they have Igor Shesterkin, who's been playing unreal so far. So I expect 7 games. Definitely not a sweep out of this. You guys still working on your Marner trades? I see some Marner trades here. Who do you guys got scoring the next goal? Is it a New York goal? Is it a Hurricanes goal? Let me know in the chat. Also, right next to me, right there, is a book. It's called Hockey Rants and Raves. It's by Steve Dangle. You may know Steve Dangle. If you don't know Steve Dangle, this is a good opportunity to get to know Steve Dangle. Pre-order his book. It's in the description below. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find it in the description. If you're watching on Twitch as well, you can find it in the description. Go to that link. Pre-order Steve Dangle's book. It comes out this fall. I believe the date's October 15th, but don't quote me on that. Pre-order it. It'll arrive on your doorstep first day. If you're a hockey fan, you need to get it. Link in the description. We're more than halfway through gone in the second period here. Tied all 1-1. A little scrum there. Jordan Martinook's right in there. Jalen Chatfield comes right over. We got another penalty here. It's a penalty on the Rangers. I'm telling you, these refs this game are calling everything, and both teams got to know that. Jack Roslovic to the box. That's a hooking call on Martinook. Yep. That stick's right in there. That stick is right in there. And Martinook skated like halfway up the ice with the stick right in his belly. He definitely did that on purpose so the referees would see, but that is the game. That is how you get a penalty called. And these guys got to know. In every game so far in this series, in 1, 2, and now in 3, the refs are calling everything. You can't get away with anything. This isn't a typical playoff game where nothing's being called. This is an everything is being called game. The Hurricanes are looking dangerous here. 20 seconds expired on the power play. Already a nice chance. Here's another one. Saved by Igor. Rangers clear the puck. The last time the Carolina Hurricanes had a power play, we got a New York Rangers goal shorthanded. So watch out for Mika Zibanejad. Watch out for Chris Kreider. The Rangers are dangerous shorthanded. They've scored 3 shorthanded goals these playoffs. Gensel's working it behind the net. Over to Slavin. Back to Gensel. Oh, sorry. Over to Seth Jarvis. Kreider now breaking out with Mika. I warned you. Here's Kreider with the shot. Kachekov saved. The puck went wide of the net. Wow. Almost another shorty by the Rangers. Almost once again. Mika and Chris. Wow. I don't know if there's a better shorthanded duo in terms of forwards than those two. Let's see if the Hurricanes can do anything here with 5 seconds left in the power play. Over to Brady Shea. Is that Kuznetsov there? Tries to feed it through, gets blocked. And the power play has been killed by the Rangers. The Hurricanes are now 0 for 4 in power play opportunities so far in this game. Some of those aren't full 2-minute power plays, but that's the stat, 0 for 4. The Rangers now here got another 2-on-0 or 2-on-2. The Hurricanes get back in time. Adam Fox now working the top. Rangers going for a change with a couple guys there. Got full squad out now. Roslovic couldn't do anything in the slot there. Carolina looking for something. Marty Necas can't get the tip out in front. Puck goes wide. There's Panarin, swats it out of the zone. Hey, it's stolen. Oh, almost a break for Trocheck there. Hurricanes turn it around. There's too much action right now. This middle of the second period's been absolute chaos back and forth. Here's Brent Burns throwing it on net. Panarin's now one-on-one with Burns. Thankfully, Gensel comes back and stops it. Gensel trips. Gensel just fell on his face next to the goal. That was an electric 4 minutes of nonstop action. We got a super chat here on YouTube. Steeson Schiller says, Chris Kreider needs a DJ name to pair with DJ Zbad. How about DJ Crybaby? Hey. No. Mika Zibanejad, though, I hear he's a really good DJ, a legit DJ. Kreider, not so much, and we will not call him DJ Crybaby. Tail says DJ Pool Jumper Outer Guy. Thank you for being here, everybody. I appreciate that you're here hanging out with us today. Justin Fisher says, any opinions on Julian McKenzie's suspension? Now, to catch you up on what Justin Fisher is talking about, and thank you for super chatting, Justin. Julian McKenzie was suspended from his men's ball hockey league. Yes, that is a thing that happened. For a cross-check to the back of one of his opponents. And they released the video. Well, he released the video. He got it from Live Barn, which is a service we have where I don't know if it's just Canadian or if it's like all rinks across North America, but Live Barn, they like set up a camera in your local hockey rink and they film all of your games, and you can go back, you could pay, and you could watch all the games and everything. So he got the video footage from that, and you can watch his cross-check now on our Twitter account. So if you go to @SDPN Sports on Twitter, you can see Julian McKenzie cross-check this man and try and end his life in this men's ball hockey league, and he got a 1-game suspension, which is just the funniest thing in the world, because if you know Julian McKenzie, he's like the nicest guy ever. That's an Adam Wowellism, saying somebody's the nicest person ever, but he is. And the fact that he just lost his cool on this guy it's so funny. And Chris Johnston of the Chris Johnston Show, of the famed Giant Insider, Chris Johnston of the hockey world, made a NHL Department of Player Safety's parody video about Julian's cross-check. So go watch that immediately if you have not seen it yet. We are back. The action is underway. New York throws the puck to Kochekov, and we got another face-off. Yeah, the link is in the chat. Astro James says Rangers are now outscoring opponents 3-2 on the penalty kill in the playoffs. Thoughts, Jesse? Is that true? I know they have 3 shorthanded goals, but I didn't know they've only allowed 2 power play goals. That, I guess, yeah, because the Washington series was pretty low scoring for Washington. And this Carolina series, like they've been able to shut down the Carolina power play a lot. Oh, missed a shot out front there. Drury with a great defensive play to not allow a one-timer by the Rangers. Martin Nietzsche now with the puck, trying to clear it out of the zone. Doing a little dangling. Here he goes. There's D'Angelo. Nice shot on net. Great save by Shesterkin. Another puck thrown on net. Caught by Shesterkin. And we got Lindgren and D'Angelo fighting. Lindgren and D'Angelo shoving and pushing and yelling. It's getting chippy. Justin says, can I get a heck yeah for PWHL Toronto? We can get confetti. We can get a member of the DOS, the Dancing Animal Squad, out here. The Giraffe is doing a little ditty for PWHL Toronto, who is up 1-0 in their playoff series against Minnesota. I believe they are playing. Game 2 goes tomorrow at Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto. Yeah, did you guys watch the Department of Player Safety video? It was in the chat. The SDPN account, Justin, put it in the chat there. Go watch it. It's so good. Jonah says CJ absolutely killed that LMAO. Yeah, he did it so well. It's awesome. We got 3:30 left here in the second period. Brent Burns trying to work it to the middle. They got a shot by Teravainen on to Shesterkin. Easy save. Shesterkin once again putting in work. 33 of 34 shots saved. Keeping it 1-1. Keeping the Rangers in this game. Carolina's been getting that offensive pressure, and they just need to find a way to beat Shesterkin if they want to win this game. They haven't been able to. If New York wants to win, just capitalize on one of these opportunities and then keep playing a tight hockey game. That's kind of the two avenues for these teams. New York can play this. If New York wants to play a low event game and just try and fight for one more goal, that's going to really benefit them. And if Carolina can get it opened up and we get a little more back and forth, that'll really benefit them. That's how I see this thing playing out right now. Shout out the woman behind the New York bench with the Hartford Whalers hoodie on. Is it anybody who's a Carolina Hurricanes fan in the chat right now who's been to games in Raleigh? Is it like cool to wear Hartford Whalers stuff? Like, do you guys like, are you like, yeah, Hartford, that's our team too? Like, I don't know. What are the rules on that? Oh, nice save by Kochetkov on Lafreniere. Good stop by Kochetkov, and we got another pause here. Evan says lots of us do it. Matt says it's cultural appropriation, which is hilarious. That's funny. Sports Fanatic Crump says some folks hate it, some folks love it. Yeah, I feel like it'd be a mixed bag. Cause like, how do you say like, oh, that's our team when it wasn't a team in your city, but also that's your franchise history. Like the franchise history stays with the franchise that it moves to. So the Hartford Whalers are a part of the Hurricanes' history, technically. So T.A. Neiman says, I lived in Charlotte for 7 years, and I saw more Whalers merch than Canes merch on people everywhere. Oh, there you go. Evan says, mostly on Heritage Night. Jeff says a lot of Canes fans do it. All right, 2 minutes left. Second period. 1-1. Icing again. Puck's coming back to the other end for another face-off with 2 minutes left. 1:57 to be exact. Trinka says, it's not the fans' fault the franchise was bought. I think they should wear what they want. Yeah. I don't hate that. I don't hate that opinion at all. Like, it'd be weird if, like, when the Coyotes were still in Arizona, which they aren't anymore, if fans went and wore Winnipeg Jets gear because the Jets exist again, but the Whalers don't exist anymore. And they probably never will. So I think it's fine that Carolina takes that history and you throw on Whalers stuff. Like, I'm okay with it. I don't hate it too much. Zebo on Twitch says, Coyote jerseys in Utah soon? That would be hilarious. But the Coyotes franchise history is staying in Arizona, according to Gary Bettman, so we don't get that. Here's the face-off for the Rangers now after Hurricanes icing. We're having a slow end to this second period. I think everybody's exhausted. Minute left. A dump-in chase by the Hurricanes. Rangers pick it out. Kreider's looking for a man. The Rangers are working it behind the net. 1 minute left. Hurricanes get it down the other way. We are almost to intermission. Hurricanes making a change here. Last one of the period. That's Trouba hanging out behind the net, looking for a breakout. They turn it over to the Hurricanes, who come the other way. There's Stahl working along the boards. We saw last game the Hurricanes get a late period goal. We know they can do it. 20 seconds left. Throw something on net here, Carolina. Oh, they try and feed Stahl out front.
He can't tip it towards the net. New York throws it around the boards. Are we going to get a late icing here? We are, and one more face-off. One more face-off here before we hit intermission. 4 seconds left on the board. Warrior Womp says, the Kachina Coyote logo is one of my favorite jerseys. The team, though, not that great, obviously. The Kachina, so before the season started on the SDPN YouTube channel, I made a video about the top jerseys in the NHL. I ranked every team's home jersey, and the Kachina came out on top. No, I ranked every team's, what was it, third jersey? I forget. I did the jersey rankings of every team. You can go watch the video, but the Kachina jersey was my favorite jersey of the whole league. So I 100% agree with you. We are at the second intermission. Zebo 1984 says, is Jesse still a GM? Yes, I am still a GM. It's just that I'm doing these games now, and I can't pre-game stream myself when I do these games. So I last round, when the Leafs were in, before every Leafs stream that Steve Dangle did, I streamed NHL 24 because that's my favorite thing to do. And in our franchise mode, in our little series that I call 167, we are in year 3 of our franchise mode. We're in the playoffs right now. We swept the first round, so I have to pick that up. I think I'm going to be pregame streaming tomorrow for Adam Wild's stream. Let me see what time it is. I think it's an early start. I think, is it a 7 o'clock Vancouver start or a 10 p.m. Vancouver start? Tomorrow, the Canucks are on at 10. So I'm going to be on at 8:30 tomorrow. I might do an hour, or I might do the 90 minutes. We'll probably do the 90 minutes. 8:30 to 10 before Adam Wild takes over for the Vancouver Canucks Edmonton Oilers stream. So I'll be playing NHL GM, NHL 24 tomorrow, franchise mode. So if you have missed any of those episodes, you can go to our YouTube channel, and there's a playlist there. Or the playlist won't be in this description, but go see one of those lives, and then you can watch all the episodes and catch up. I think there's been 8 or 9 of them so far, so it'll be episode 9 or 10 tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how the playoffs play out for us in year number 3. I think we got a good team. This might be our Stanley Cup run, so I am still a general manager. Azurus, guys, don't forget to get a drink. Last game you forgot, and then it hit OT, and you were desperate for a drink. Yeah, I don't even have my water bottle with me right now. It's in the other room, so I gotta play a video here so we can take a break here. We can hang out afterwards for a little bit of intermission, but the Steve Dangle podcast is gonna hang out with you right now for this second intermission. If you have not hit like on this video, hit like. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, hello. If you're on Twitch, hello. If you have not subscribed to the SDPN YouTube channel, hit subscribe on the channel. Go to youtube.com/SDPN to hit subscribe. I will be back momentarily. And the SDP, myself, Steve Dangle, and Adam Wild will entertain you here with a little clip from our most recent podcast.
I want to say this, Austin Matthews, nominee for the Lady Bing, nominee for the Selkie, and just announced nominee for the Ted Lindsay as well.
What? So that's very interesting. Nominated for the Ted Lindsay, not nominated for the Hart. So the Hart is MVP, but
that's most valuable player to their team.
Yes. But the Ted Lindsay, Jesse, maybe you should look up the exact wording, but it's basically best player as voted by the players.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
It was the Lester B. Pearson.
It was the Lester B. Pearson. Now it's the Ted Lindsay. So you can rename trophies.
Sure you can. But it didn't make sense to have a Canadian prime minister from the 50s as the person on the trophy. That's why.
It was odd.
That's why we don't rename the other trophies. The other trophies you should remain the same.
Who is Hart?
I don't know.
Who is that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
We can look at
I
that.
don't know
Memorial.
who that
The
Hart Memorial.
The Ted Lindsay, if you want the exact definition from the NHL, first awarded in 1970-71
as the Lester B. Pearson Award. The Ted Lindsay Award is presented annually to the most outstanding player as voted by fellow members of the NHLPA.
There you go.
The Hart Memorial Trophy is named in honor of Canadian Dr. David Hart. Dr. Hart, who donated the original trophy to the NHL, was the father of Cecil Hart, a former coach and general manager with the Canadiens. The trophy was first awarded in 23-24.
And he donated his heart as well.
Yes, he did.
So this is the 100th year.
Most
of the
valuable
Hart
for
Trophy.
his body.
Yes.
Wait, this is the 100th year of the Hart Trophy.
Yeah,
donated in
23-24. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Nobody has said that, I think.
No, that's wow. There's Steve Dangle breaking news.
Apparently,
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Or would this be the 101st technically?
The
Wow.
100th. First awarded was 24. Yeah.
So okay.
And so I understand why you don't change that because it's been 100 years of that.
Sure. Now, okay, this is important. Kucherov, McDavid, McKinnon. Those are the 3 Hart nominees. Who are the Ted Lindsay nominees if Austin Matthews is replacing one of them?
Kucherov and McKinnon.
So McDavid is
McDavid's nominated for the Hart. He's not nominated for the Ted Lindsay. Yes.
So the players are like, this guy's not one of the top 3.
They voted Austin Matthews instead. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, like, listen, Matthews is one of the top 3 defensive forwards in the league based on the Selke, right? He's nominated for it. And he scored 69 goals. For him to not be nominated for the Hart is tough. Like, I understand it, but damn, that's a tough class.
Who overthought it? The writers or the players?
Players. How do you not have McDavid in there? He should be in there every year.
Over Matthews.
Well, they don't agree.
No, over Kucherov.
They don't agree all the time.
I think
bad. Okay.
Dude,
That's
dude.
bad.
Dude, I'm telling you,
You're an
McKinnon,
anti-Kucherov
Doesn't make
McDavid,
sense.
Matthews. That's what I would go with.
Oh, what? That's bad.
For the Lindsay or for the Hart?
For both.
Why is that bad?
Because there's no reason that McDavid should be in there over Kucherov when they have identical stats, except Kucherov's are better.
I think it's better that McDavid came from nothing and caught Kucherov. I think that says something. I honestly, like, I really look at where Kucherov was. McDavid had what, a 25 point. He was down 25, 30 points.
He was very far
and he
back.
caught him.
Yeah.
Come on. Are we going to erase that?
He also didn't catch him because Kucherov won the Art
He caught him for a second and then he
Kucherov
dropped
won
the
the Art Ross trophy.
Yeah, his last game was against the Leafs.
He didn't
Doesn't
catch
count.
him.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Doesn't count. It's against the Leafs.
If you look at what Kucherov did as the solo point getter on Tampa Bay, it's the reason the trophy exists.
Nah.
So why would he be removed when he's might honestly win the thing over?
Oh, he'll probably
McKinnon?
will. He probably will.
So then why would you remove him from the top 3?
Because it's the Ted Lindsay Award. It's not MVP to your team. It's the best players. And I'm
I thi-
talking about the best
I
players.
think he was the
as
best
voted on by the
I
players.
think he was the best player.
I don't agree. I think McKinnon's a better player. I think McDavid's a better player. I think Matthews I think Matthews' accomplishments this year, had he hit 70 goals, let's be honest. If Matthews, and I'm going to be a Toronto homer for a second here,
Wow.
I fully admit this.
No,
if he
I know
hits
where you're
70,
going.
is Matthews in one of the top 3 in the Hart?
He might be.
Because we're obsessed with round numbers in this sport.
Yep. In all sports.
Yeah, my question, I don't understand why you're putting Matthews over Kucherov.
I personally, I think that in the Ted Lindsay conversation, we're talking about the best players. McKinnon, McDavid, and I'd say based on his season, Matthews. Yes. And I stand behind that. I'm not talking about MVP to their team, which is a weird designation.
Yeah.
Because in every other sport, it's just MVP, not MVP to their team. I get why Kucherov is going to win that award. He is the Tampa Bay Lightning. I get that. McKinnon, where are the Avalanche be without McKinnon? Not great.
Sure.
Not great, Bob.
Yeah.
The Oilers, I think, could survive. They're deep enough now that I think they'd survive a 20 game.
You don't think
McDavid.
the 100 assists is more impressive than the 69 goals?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't. And I know it's been done less. I know.
Okay.
I know.
Because one is
I
far more rare than the other.
I think goals are worth double
Wait.
assists.
No, I think you're all missing the number one argument against Kucherov. Fuck him.
Yeah, but also
Who
fuck him.
cares?
Fuck him.
Because I don't think the conversation we're having is Kucherov over McDavid, because I think that should be the 3. You're removing Kucherov to put in Matthews.
What about Kucherov was rude at the All-Star game?
Yeah. It's a good point.
Jesse,
He gave up.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a joke.
Oh, that's-
I guess
I don't
he's
think
upset
he's-
about this.
Jesse's
He's really
No,
upset.
I'm trying to find your reasoning.
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? He almost had 70 goals. He had 69 goals.
Yeah.
McDavid came back and squashed a 25-point lead midway through the season that Kucherov had. And then you've got Nathan McKinnon, who at some point is going to get his Revenant trophy. I don't think
Right.
if I'll listen to the argument that you'd put Kucherov in over McKinnon. I'll listen to that. But I will not take this Austin Matthews slander. He's a Hart nominee if he gets 70. I know he didn't, but I think it's crap that he got 69.
No, we're not talking about the Hart Trophy. We're talking about the Ted Lindsay.
Okay, and the Ted Lindsay is the best player.
And he's nominated for the Ted Lindsay and McDavid's.
Yes, and isn't Sasha Barkov normally nominated for this too? Isn't this just like the Sasha Barkov trophy where it's like all the players think he's super great and he's underrated? Isn't
I
that
don't
the
know.
thing? Yes, am I right on that,
I don't
Steve?
know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you.
You would remove. So, what's your top three in the voting if you'd remove McKinnon? So McKinnon comes in.
I think
third.
McDavid's 1. I think McKinnon's 2. I think Matthews 3.
You just
Kucherov
said you
4.
would remove McKinnon
I'll listen to it.
before Matthews.
We're talking about best players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you have to look at what the season was.
Well,
I
got a
great-
great Drew. He just quit.
Yeah.
He'll live. He'll live. He takes enough shots at the Leafs. I'm sure he can survive this.
Drew? When? Name one.
I think when we look back on this season, like if you went 5 years in the future and you look back on the season, you'd say the two most outstanding players this season were McKinnon and Kucherov.
I think that's McDavid erasure. I really do. I think that's Matthews erasure. I think that's a joke. I think Matthews had one of the craziest goal scoring seasons we've had in 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have McDavid. Here's the thing. McDavid didn't win the Art Ross.
Mm-hmm.
But if Knobloch is the coach from game one and they're not losing 8-0 and trying a defensive scheme that doesn't work for the first 20 games, McDavid wins the Art Ross hands down all day.
But he didn't.
Yeah, but you know the answer to that. Over the course, his points per game after Knobloch takes over.
Unfortunately, we don't live in the world where hypotheticals.
That's still my reasoning. Kucherov has the best coach in the league. He has the best coach in the league. John Cooper, for my money, is the best coach in the league. They didn't
Which
have that
takes off like 30
instability.
They
They didn't have the instability the Oilers did. Are we just going to ignore the facts?
That should remove votes from him. Because
Okay, you're right. You're right.
has a
No, you know
better
what? Let's
coach.
not put McDavid in the Ted Lindsay. Are we out of our mind?
He's not currently.
That's what I'm like. This is crazy. He's the best player on planet Earth.
But that's not what who had the most outstanding season this year.
He
And
caused
two
their
guys-
turnaround.
Two
The
guys.
Oilers were never going to make the playoffs if they kept going. What would they have been? Where were the McDavid Oilers in November? When past the Thanksgiving line where, the American Thanksgiving line where it's like if you're not in the playoffs, you got a low chance of making it. And all of a sudden they turn it around and they're challenging for the division. They're in the second round of the playoffs. What are we talking about?
Thank you, Adam Wild, Steve Dangle, and myself for keeping everybody entertained. We are back. We are waiting for everybody to get back on the ice. We are hanging out. Thank you for being here. Could have been anywhere in the world, but chose to be here. Watching this right now, and I appreciate you for that. Let's get our friends out to do a little ditty. There it is. A little jig. Where's the giraffe? And Mr. Snail. Thank you, everybody. If you have not hit like on this YouTube video, hit like. If you have not subscribed, hit subscribe. I hope you are enjoying your meals. I think after this, when this thing ends, I'm going to have a little sweet potato fries. I just got a new sauce I picked up. I was at Sobeys the other day, and they have a smoked bacon mayo that I'm going to try with some sweet potato fries. I hope it's good. I've never tried it before. I'm a Chipotle mayo guy with the sweet potato fries. Delicious. But I saw this smoked bacon mayo. I'm like, that's interesting. I'll give it a shot. From Compliments, I think. I got to check the bottle, but I'm pretty sure it's from Compliments. Give it a shot. It's a little exotic, a little different, a little adventurous. So I'll give it a shot. See how it is. I'll let you know on our Game 4 stream if it actually came out all right. Definitely some chicken strips on the side because you can't have sweet potato fries without some chicken strips. I think that's what I'm going to eat after this. Maybe make a little shake to go on the side of the meal. Drink that. Tune into a little Dallas Stars Colorado Avalanche action. It's going to be a good night. See how this one ends. DD Weiss says, I'm enjoying a black bean quesadilla. Can't go wrong with a quesadilla. Quesadilla are always excellent. We got Jacqueline K, who's been hanging out all night. Shout out Jacqueline K. Here's some air horns. I almost made sweet potato fries tonight for supper, but didn't. Definitely on tomorrow's menu. Definitely put them on the menu, Jacqueline. Michael is yelling. Michael! All caps is yelling. Michael says, if Leafs approached you for the GM position, would I take the offer? I would 100% take that offer because of my experience in NHL 24. I think I would be a very good general manager. But honestly, I don't think it would be hard for somebody who is a very hardcore hockey fan and somebody who also has management experience. So if you're in your everyday life, you have employees that you manage and you also know the ins and outs of how like the salary cap works and all that fun stuff. I don't think it'd be very hard for you to step in and be a general manager in an organization like MLSE where there is so much help around you. Like I feel like sometimes we overrate how difficult it would be. The pressure is probably not what most people can handle, and the relationships it takes to be a general manager at that end. Like you got to have good relationships with people in those positions like you are, and you got to like know how to work the business and all that stuff. But if you took somebody from a different field in life and like you took somebody who's just high up at an executive at a company and you taught them everything they needed to know about hockey, like let's say they already knew a lot about scouting and all that stuff. There's so much infrastructure around a general manager that there are enough smart people, or if you're smart, you can hire smart people around you to help you make decisions. You hire the right scouts, they come to you, and then you are the final answer. But they're doing the work. Your assistant general managers, a guy like Brandon Pridham, is the one working the salary cap. That's not up to you. You are the general manager. Your job is to manage the situation, not do everything. So I think like anybody who's worked at a high level executive management position could handle being an NHL general manager. So if that is you, maybe that's the next step in your life. You move from your position to knowing everything that you need to know about hockey, knowing everything you know about the salary cap and all that fun stuff and who the players are and all the stuff the GM needs to know, and then you can be the next GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who knows? When Brad Treliving, after he wins 4 Stanley Cups and he decides to retire, that could be your job. Jeremy says the question that we should all start talking about. Who wins tonight? Who picks up the victory here? Carolina get a game in this series finally, make it 2-1, or the Rangers get a stranglehold on the series, go up 3-0. Let me know what you guys think in the chat.
The puck has been dropped. The puck has been dropped on period number 3. Shots are 37-19. We are underway in the third period. Milosh, another one for Milosh, says go Canucks go. Jeff's on Canes. KQ's on Canes. Michael's on Rangers. Warrior Womp's on 3-2 Carolina with the empty netter. Wait, that doesn't work. You can't have 3-2 with the empty netter, so 4-2. Canes in OT, says Jacqueline. I don't know if our hearts can handle another overtime. John says go Rangers. LeSnide says Carolina knows this is a critical situation. That's how I'm leaning too right now. I think they're the more desperate team, and in hockey, so often the more desperate team comes out and is able to pull out the extra little strength to win the game. So watch out for the Hurricanes here. Notice the Great says, I'm rooting for the Rangers. Ship a Fool says Rangers. Steve Heltner says sweep? Question mark? Miranda says Canes for the drama. Trinka is all over Seth Jarvis. Carolina's going to pull it off. 19 says, if Rangers win tonight, it is over. Yep, I think that's the case here for sure. Coming back from a 3-0 deficit is nearly impossible, even though it's been done, I think, 3 times in the history of the NHL. You can't bank on something like that happening again. This is a must-win for the Hurricanes here. Let's see if they can get 1 goal here early in this third period to get us started. Get out to an early lead, but Shesterkin's been great. Stopping 37 of 38 shots so far. Looks to be another 50-save night for Igor Shesterkin, which is insane to say. Kochekov makes the save there, and then the puck went out of play. So we got a face-off in the offensive zone here for the New York Rangers coming up here as 1 minute hasn't even expired here in the third period. We've already got a couple stoppages and a huge face-off that is won back by the Hurricanes. Oh, but it's the puck's out in front, and the Rangers miss it. Chance right out in front for the Rangers, and it's missed wide. I got to turn up the broadcast a little. I forgot to turn it back on after intermission, so I can hear some of the play-by-play in my ear. Eric says, is it just me, or do you find the virtual board ads have been worse this playoffs than last year? I think they've been equally worse at all situations. I've never been a fan of them. I get why they have them. It is a necessary evil so they can maximize their advertisers and maximize the money. But they've always been the technology's never been perfect. You're always getting guys lost behind it occasionally, especially where the bench door opens. It's never been perfect. Sometimes it's a little distracting when something's running along the virtual boards. So, no, you're not going to find me championing the virtual boards here. Rangers trying to turn this around. This play around, get a shot on goal, but they can't. Just a little trickle over to Kochekov, who covers the puck. And we have another face-off here coming up for the Rangers in the offensive zone. They had a real shot there off of the draw last time. I don't know who got the puck there, who deflected Wenberg's shot, but they did a fantastic job for the Hurricanes there, not allowing Wenberg to get a shot on goal. Huge face-off. Zibanejad loses it to Jordan Staal. Hurricanes clear the puck, and I think that's for icing, and we're going back. We're doing it one more time. Notice the Great says, do you think a Dallas Rangers final is possible? I made that prediction and can't change it now. I 100% think that's possible. Oh, yeah, 100% that's possible. Dallas is in a tough spot facing Colorado, but we saw how they handled Vegas. So they got a great chance against Colorado. Like, don't count them out. And the Rangers here, if they get through Carolina, which is, I think, going to be their toughest matchup of the road to the Stanley Cup final, because I think they're going to be favorited against Florida or Boston. Entirely possible there. Here's a shot on goal by the Rangers. Lafreniere deflected, goes off the boards. Chances early here in this third for New York. Carolina's got to pick this up here. They have to be more desperate. They need this victory today to avoid going down 3-0. They had more chances in the first two periods, not so much in the third here. They send the puck deep. Aho's looking for it, and I think it's up over the boards. Yeah, out of play. Another face-off. If you have not liked this video, hit like. If you have not subscribed, hit subscribe. We might, I don't know. Are we feeling another OT? Game 2, we went double OT. Are we feeling another OT here? We got Hurricanes sending the puck deep. Justin, what is the poll on that's 50-50? Jeff says the poll is 50-50 dead on. What's the poll say? I can't see the poll right now. Covered up by Shesterkin. Good little pressure here by the Hurricanes. We get another faceoff. That's 39 shots on goal for the Hurricanes. Oh, the poll is strictly for who wins, says Warrior Womp. 50-50. So we got even fan bases? Or just even thoughts on how this is going to end here? In the chat. Thank you, Justin. Earlier in the stream, we also had a poll debating what's better, the burger or the steak, if you were to have the ideal version of each. And the burger won, 56% to 43%. So there you go. Burgers are greater than steak. The people said it. The people made it official. Crab people. You cannot deny what the crab people say. Hurricanes getting some pressure here. Little slapper. Can't get the tip in front. Kuznetsov couldn't get the tip. Kuznetsov's working behind the net. Cleared by Trouba. All the way down the ice. That'll be icing. Trouba just flipped it way out. We are one save away from a 40-save performance for Igor Shesterkin, coming off of a 50-plus save performance last game. Justin says, please no OT. I have a test in school tomorrow, but don't worry, guys. I studied. What do you have a test in? Let us know, Justin. Maybe we can help you out. Then we have some people who are like pros in whatever subject you got your test in.
You do need the sleep to have all of your brain power. You refuel brain power through sleep, and that's very important. So for your sake, I am hoping no OT. Hurricanes, they're playing a lot better now after a slow start to the period. We're getting a lot of pressure again. Lindgren knocked Aho to the ice. Puck was played with a high stick. We're getting another face-off. And I believe we are going to a TV timeout. Yes, we are. We are going to commercial. Zebo says, I'm not a doctor, but this is a great series. It has been a fantastic series so far. It's been so tight. The 2-0 score by the Rangers does not reflect how tight both games were. This 1-1, like whoever loses this is going to be just heartbroken. Justin says it's a geometry test. Justin, I cannot help with that. I apologize. Notice the Great says, you have a test, Justin? I've been sick this whole week and missed 2 tests and didn't study. Good luck on your test. If you have not liked the video, hit like. If you are watching on Twitter, hello. If you're watching on Twitch, hello. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up? Let me know who you think's got the next goal. What players got the next goal? I'm going to say, because the Hurricanes have had more pressure of late, I'll go with them right now. I think it's an Aho goal. I think Sebastian Aho comes up big, gets the next goal in the game. Hurricanes go up 2-1. That's what I'm going to say happens next. And then after that, Rangers tie it, and it's 2-2. I think we get a 2-2, but the next goal to make it 2-1 is Aho. Eric saying Breadman with the goal. Jesse Blake with the goal call. Sturp says, hi, Jesse. Always fun catching a stream here. Hello, Sturp. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, we have a goal! Lafreniere! Lafreniere with the one-timer. Forget Sebastian Aho! Oh, my goodness. He ripped it past Kochetkov right to the back of the net. Oh, my goodness. What a play off the draw. They send it up the ice. It's a one-timer from the middle of the slot. Lafreniere puts the Rangers up 2-1 in this game. Panarin feeds him on the backhand. My goodness, what a little dish. Panarin falling over, finds Laff. What a goal. That was an electric play by the Rangers. And oh baby, if you're a Hurricanes player, if you're a Hurricanes fan, you gotta be feeling the pressure right now. 12:50 on the clock. You're down a goal. It's an icing right now, but you need one here. So you don't go down 3-0 in this series. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to come back if you go down 3-0.
You're going to need to get one here before the end of regulation. At least tie it up and force overtime. Because 3-0, it ain't it. It ain't it if you're the Hurricanes. You gotta get a quick one here. You gotta pressure this. Shesterkin's been amazing again for back-to-back games. He's good in game 1 too. Yeah, we're talking about a sweep on Saturday if in the next 12 minutes Carolina can't find a goal. They got to turn up the pressure here. They got to play desperate hockey. They got to cheat for offense. It's icing once again. Here's an offensive zone face-off. Take advantage of this. Get a good play off the draw. Panarin, they're showing the backhand again. Ooh! Nice little play. Laugh. Rips it. Michael says, yes, Igor, the Russian beast. He's been phenomenal. For me, so far, I don't know how that's not the story of the series. I guess for one is Igor Shesterkin, the story of the series. 2 is Lafreniere. Lafreniere's coming out party. Oh, Trouba knocks his man down behind the net. Huge hit. But Igor's been the star of the game. 40 saves now. 40 saves. Trouba again. This time going at D'Angelo. We have a penalty coming up on the Panthers, on the Hurricanes. Who committed the dumb penalty there? Because this isn't the time to commit penalties. That's a bad penalty. I got to see the replay here. Oh, it's Tony. Oh, no. I believe it's after. So Stefan Nason tries to go after Trouba after Trouba lays out the Hurricane. So Trouba goes at D'Angelo. Oh! Tony D'Angelo. Entirely avoidable penalty. A 100% hot-headed decision. A 100% control your temper move. And he's unable to do that. Spears Trouba. Gets a penalty. New York to the power play. 30 seconds have expired. Hurricanes send it the length of the ice. Man. Tony D's got to pray that they don't score here. Trouba got into his walls with a little hit, and he speared him. One goal here, and it's game. We'll see. A minute left. Carolina's done a fantastic job lifting up their teammate here. Give them all the credit in the world for that. A minute's been gone by. They've killed it. New York hasn't threatened at all. Fantastic stuff from the Hurricanes. Kacheko's been good too. Only allowed 2 goals. But Igor's just been better. Here's New York finally setting up with 30 seconds left. Are they going to get anything this power play? Doesn't look like it right now. Chatfield's working the... Oh, Chatfield, nice play. Chatfield's working it. Great job getting the puck out all by himself. 10 seconds left in the power play. Round of applause for the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh, no, too soon. Too soon. Oh, my goodness, Philip Hedl. Hedl almost backhand to forehand on Kochetkov. Dangled him out of his shoes. Couldn't finish. Wow, Hedl. Oh, my goodness, what a little break. Round of applause to the Hurricanes here. They successfully killed Tony D's dumb penalty. Braden Schneider takes a dumb penalty of his own. Carolina to the power play. They're showing the Hedl through the legs move around Kochetkov, who poked the puck from Hedl. Nice play from Kochetkov. Some real good hockey being played right now. Wow. We got some good stuff. Carolina the power play after this TV time out. Let's chill for a second. Finally, will the Hurricanes score on the power play? So far, these entire playoffs, the New York Rangers are outscoring their opponents when the opponent goes on the power play. The Rangers have 3 shorthanded goals, and they have allowed only 2 power play goals. The penalty kill has been spectacular. We got 8:22 left in the Hurricanes season. And it's not time for the elevator music anymore. Because it's time to get serious. The season's on the line for the Carolina Hurricanes. If they go down 3-0, they're not coming back. It's over. Rod the Bod needs this. The Hurricanes need this to keep their season alive. 8:22 left. You got to get at least 1 here in regulation to force OT. 2 is ideal. But you have a power play opportunity. You have one of the best power plays in the National Hockey League. Now is the time for it to show up. It hasn't showed up all series. Igor Shesterkin has been a Russian brick wall. But now is the time. You break through that wall and you get a goal and you keep your season alive. Raleigh, bring the storm. Let it rain down and score a goal here. The puck has been dropped. We are back. 0 for 4 so far in this game. Aho's working it down along the boards. They send it out in front. They cannot get the tip. Pasukarhu 7. I cannot say your name. Pasukarhu 7. Donated $5 on a super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Jesse, will you watch the IIHF World Championships? And if so, who you pick to win? I'm picking Canada like all day. I think Canada, USA is looking good though too as well. I do tune into the World Championships a bit. It's on a little bit of wonky hours though, if I remember correctly. A minute has gone by in this power play. Nothing really yet for the Hurricanes. They're working it now along the point. I'm rooting for Canada at the World Championships for sure. Aho working it. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Puck goes out the other end of the zone. Carolina bringing on fresh bodies. Tony D is coming up the neutral zone here. Is that Kuznetsov working the puck through the middle? Trying to find a man. Natchez passes it over to Teravainen. Teravainen loses it. Covered by Igor Shesterkin. We're getting a faceoff with 29 seconds left in the power play. The Rangers penalty kill, man. It's been unbelievable. Carolina, I tried to let you know, like, this is it. If you don't convert here, you might not get another opportunity. It's a huge moment. 25 seconds left. Rangers send it down the length of the ice. This penalty kill has been impenetrable. Just like Igor Shesterkin. The power play has been successfully killed by the New York Rangers. The Carolina Hurricanes do not convert. Six minutes left in the game. Rangers just need to hang on here. Here's a great chance in front for Hedl, who has looked so good in his first action since November 2nd. Hedl has looked really good. Here's another chance. Kochekov saves it. Kochekov's done a great job tonight, I think, in goal. Jeremy Curry says, let's go Canes. Hey, Jesse, if New York faces Vancouver in the final, will you and Adam do a stream together? That's interesting. I think Steve's going to handle the final streams on his own. I think our Stanley Cup final stream coverage will be Steve just streaming it solo. But, like, maybe we'll join him for the Stanley Cup final streams. Like, that might be a good idea. The three of us hop on and we all hang out for a little bit for the Stanley Cup finals. That might be fun. I don't know, but we don't have that set, so we'll see. Brenman says, Canes and Rangers very evenly matched talent-wise. Rangers better coached, better intangibles. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Brennan's take there. The better coach comment, I think, is interesting because Rod Brindamore is regarded as one of the best coaches in the league. But Peter Laviolette has done a fantastic job getting the most out of his team so far in these playoffs. And you especially see it on the penalty kill, you know? That's the task for the assistants, obviously. Like, they control the penalty kill. But the overall coaching has been fantastic for the Rangers. And they've been outplayed now, I think, for 2 games in a row where the more offensive chances have gone to the Hurricanes. But you have Igor Shesterkin back there. You have great team defense, and you have the Rangers who are able to capitalize on their opportunities. I just based on what I see, the little things the Rangers are doing are better. Yeah, on this game for sure, the little things. The Canes are 0 for 15 on the power play this series. That's from Woozy185. You can't win. You can't win. You cannot win when your power play can't score. That's the beginning, middle, and end of it. That's point 1, 2, and 3. 0 for 15. You can't win. Huge face-off here. The Hurricanes trying to clear the zone. They do. New York gets the puck back in the neutral zone. Hurricanes only have 5:30 left to make this a game. Rangers working the puck in their own zone. Can't clear it. We might have a break. 2-on-1. Keandre Miller up top. They're working the puck down low. The Rangers are controlling this play. And if you're the Hurricanes, you're looking at the clock. 5 minutes left. Not a lot of time. You need to get this puck. You need to get something going. But the Rangers are controlling this play right now. And they're throwing the puck on net, just goes wide. Kachukov doesn't have to make the save. Finally, here's Aho. Oh, gets the puck stolen. But Gensel gets it back, sends it in deep. Schneider coming up with the puck for the Rangers. And the Hurricanes get the puck back in their own zone. Now looking at the breakout with 4:30 left. 4:30 left. Not in their season, but it might be just for their season because a 3-0 comeback isn't very likely. Here we go. Hurricanes now looking at something. Oh, with a nice spinorama. Throws it out front. Nobody there to pick up the puck. 4 minutes left on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting down to crunch time. When does Rod pull Kochetkov? He made the move pregame to start Kochetkov over Freddie Anderson. It has not failed him so far. Kachekhov's been very good in goal. The offense is what has failed the Hurricanes so far. The high-end scoring of the Rangers has been better. They've been able to capitalize on the limited opportunities they've had. Panarin with a fantastic feed to Hedl right now is the game winner. 3:15 left. The Hurricanes are trying to set up. They keep the puck in the zone. Martinook's working it along the boards. They sent it on net onto Igor. He hugs his post, hits his body. Puck bounces out. Marty Necas retreating to the neutral zone. Comes through center ice to Orlov, over to Necas. They can't complete the one-timer. Oh! Kuznetsov works it along the boards. A puck has been played with a hand pass, I believe, and play has been stopped. Woo! We're getting serious. Dancing Animal Squad. Now's not the time, Panda! Now is not the time to do your jig. We have 2:44 on the clock. The Hurricanes need a goal to keep their season alive. Igor has been the brick wall, and nothing's gotten past him. Can they break through? The puck's being dropped at center ice here with 2:44 to go. Hurricanes control possession, throw it deep, but the Rangers throw it back out. Here goes Kochetkov! He's going to the bench! We have an extra man. We have an extra attacker. 2 minutes to go. This is it. This is your season, Carolina. Raleigh wants the storm surge tonight. They're controlling the puck. The Rangers got it out of the zone, but the Hurricanes managed to control the puck. We're under 2 minutes now. Aho's working it along the boards. Carolina sends it back up to the point. A chance there, but it's blocked. Aho's got it along the boards. He sends it over to Orlov, who sends it in front. Here's a chance, and that's a goal! That's a goal for Carolina! They score with the empty net! They threw the puck on the net! When you put pucks on net, good things happen! It lands out in front. I'm watching the replay now. Oh my goodness, those Seth Jarvis working along the boards. Oh, it came out in front. What a goal for Carolina to keep their season alive. That's Sveshnikov with 1:36 left. Aho broke his stick on Igor's pad. My goodness. We're getting OT. We're getting OT, baby. Maybe. Still a minute 36 left. Carolina keeps their season alive. Laviolette considered challenging for goalie interference because Aho's stick broke on the pad of Igor Shesterkin. But that was just him shooting the puck. Svechnikov picks up the rebound in front, pots it, and ladies and gentlemen, the Carolina Hurricanes have saved their season. My goodness. Here's a break now for Stahl. Martinook shoots it off the side of the net. Almost another goal there for the Hurricanes. 50 seconds left now. Icing against the Rangers. 47 seconds left. Hurricanes get an offensive zone faceoff. Andrei Svechnikov. Unbelievable. It was a Brady Shea shot from the point. Igor makes the save on the Brady Shea shot. Svechnikov goes to the middle of the ice. He got to the right places. When you throw pucks on the net, good things happen. Brady Shea knew that. Threw the puck on the net. Svechnikov cleaned it up. Scored. We have a series. We are still alive. 2-2. Let's see if the Rangers can get one back. 40 seconds left. There's a break. Kreider gets tripped. Kreider on the break gets tripped. No call. Here's Svechnikov again. Gets blocked. My goodness, we have some action. The Rangers now controlling the puck in their own zone, trying to break out. Here's Panarin, trying to get something going with a little bit of time. And we are, for the second time in a row, for the second night in a row, we are going to overtime! Ladies and gentlemen, bring out the DOS. The Dancing Animal Squad is excited for overtime. They get paid double, not just time and a half. We're paying them triple. Screw it. You get paid triple tonight, Dancing Animal Squad. You worked hard last night. Why not? Why not? We are going to overtime. Carolina saves their season. What we have to do, everybody in the chat, we have to play the most important game ever. Guess who's going to score the OT goal? Let me know who you think scores the OT goal. Let me know who you have, who you're picking. You will win nothing tonight if you guess correctly. But you will get bragging rights because this is all being recorded. And you can go back and you can look at your comment and you will know that you were correct in your overtime guess. We also have breaking news I got to break to you. I'm going to see if I can play the video. I'll play the breaking news video for you guys, if I can get it sent by Justin Fisher. Send it. There you go. All right. So Justin Fisher is going to send me a video that I'm going to play during this intermission. Steve Dangle just broke some news on Twitter. I'm going to play the video he released. But first, let's get through who you have for the OT winning goal. All right. We got Jonah says Gens. Lindsay says Wenberg. Alyssa says Gensel. A lot of Gensels. Eric says Aho. Smeef says Jarvis. He's due. Michael says Wenberg. Kayuya says Shosturkin. Stop it. Jordan says Zabinajad. Ray says Aho. Rob says Zibby. We got a Seth Jarvis from Jeremy. Jesse, not me, says Laugh. Bill says Kuznetsov. We got a Stall from Matherman. We got Breadman from Gregory. Rod the Bot. Rod Brittenmore will enter the ice and score, according to 45. Ari 45. Heedle, Jake Wilson. Another Heedle there from Woozy. Gensel from Trinka. Roslovic or Aho, says Jordan. Jacqueline says, and stop with the Anderson. He's not even in net. Kachekov's playing tonight. Carter says Rempe. Rempe's not in the lineup tonight either. Lucas says Teravainen. Crackle Lutz Nuts says Breadman is winning. We have a super chat from OJO Marin. I appreciate you. Here's some air horns. Here's a round of applause. Here's some confetti. Ojo Marin says, my guess for the game-winning goal, Jesper Kotkaniemi. And then Ojo also had a question. I asked Adam yesterday what he thought of this trade proposal. Marner goes back to Dubas. Leafs get Erik Karlsson. No, there's no way. As somebody who has a lot of experience as a general manager in NHL 24, I don't want any part of aging Erik Karlsson. What the Leafs need is Erik Karlsson in a way that they don't really have great puck-moving defensemen. I don't think Morgan Riley's that. But with Erik Karlsson where he's at with his age and what we've seen in his injury history and the amount that I think Pittsburgh wouldn't be willing to retain on the salary, I don't think it's a risk that's worth it. And you give up Marner, which is such a great asset. So for me, I don't bring Erik Karlsson to Toronto. That's my opinion. Some of the other overtime winning picks we have. Hank says Gretzky. That'd be impressive. That'd be very impressive. Evan says, where's the rule that Rod can't gear up and go score himself? I think there is a rule. Release the Kraken says Kreider. Twan Sobrizi says Sebastian or Jarvis. You only get one. You can't pick two guys from the same team. That's not how that works. Shout out Stetson Schiller, member for 3 months. SDP VIP. DJ Crybaby for the win. Chris Kreider. Marner for Rupe Hintz. That's the trade, says 19. Panarin says Martoon. Canuck 867 says Bure. What? That doesn't make sense. Tyson Barnett says Orlov. All right, so we got the Colorado-Dallas game is underway. I'm going to hang out and watch this a little. They've switched to that feed. I hope it's not a 2 overtime game. We had 2 overtimes last night. It does quite the damage on the vocal cords. But I will survive. It's just not ideal. I'd like a 1 OT game instead of a 2 OT game. Ideally. Dallas, Colorado's underway at 17:35 on my television. 17:30 now. 17:29, 28, 27,
26. If you want to link it up with what I'm watching right now, because we'll do this while we're hanging out, waiting for the first overtime period of Carolina, New York to start. Justin, let me know if that video can be sent through. I can play it before we get back to, before the intermission ends. One shot on goal so far in the Colorado-Dallas game. Just one simple shot on goal by the Dallas Stars. No other real action to be talked about yet. Is it Robert now in the chat? The SDPN chat bot says Justin may or may not have stepped out. Oh yeah, congrats to Justin Bieber. So we got a comment from Mo Bailey. Bets on Bieber's baby name. I'm going Austin Mitchell Bieber. That would be hilarious, and I don't think that's going to happen. But congrats to huge Leafs fan Justin Bieber on announcing that his better half, Hailey Bieber, is pregnant. Justin Bieber is going to be a dad. It's so weird seeing somebody who is like in our lives. Like if you're old enough like me, if you're an old fogey like me, who was around when Justin Bieber was like 15 singing Baby, to see that person grow up to have a child, you know, life hits you. Life comes at you fast. We got a super chat from Joe Marin again. Thank you. Appreciate it. With your tenure as GM, what would Dubas have to give you to sweeten the deal? All right, so we got a back and forth now. So I said no, Dubas for Erik Karlsson doesn't work. And Ojo comes back with picks, maybe Brandon Yeager as well. EK3, 3 years at $5 million, 50% retained. At $5 million, so then I'm freeing up about $6 million in cap space for the Toronto Maple Leafs, right? Then I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I can consider that. I'm going to pull up the Pittsburgh Penguins roster here. And it's like, what other piece is realistic to get this done? I look and I say, they have a couple drafts. I want one of those second round. I want the 2026 second round pick for sure. I'll leave it. I'll take the third round. Since they have 2 thirds in 2026, give me one of the Sharks or the Penguins thirds. Give me that. Like what young talent is going to get me to do that? I guess it's another defenseman. Is it a goalie? I don't know what other piece, because I'd want 2 pieces. I'd want, you know who I want? Give me Owen Pickering. If the Penguins were willing to part ways with Owen Pickering and Erik Karlsson at hella retained, I would do that. I would do Owen Pickering and Erik Karlsson for Mitch Marner with the Penguins. That's how I would do it. We are almost back. They've back to the panel now on Sportsnet. I have the Sportsnet broadcast off. I'm watching the Sportsnet broadcast, and they went back to the panel. I was trying to look. So I was supposed to play this video from Steve Dangle. I'm trying to look to see if somebody can pass it along from SDPN. Let me see if I can get it up. All right, let me see. Because Steve broke some news on Twitter here. I want to see if we can play it before next intermission starts. Robert says he believes in me. So Ojo Martin again. Ojo Marin, sorry. Super chats. Last one. Dubas calls you 1-for-1 Marner for Crosby. 100%. I do that without even blinking. You do that every day. You get Crosby on your team. You do that. You get, because Crosby makes 8.7, so you get the $4 million in cap space plus Crosby. Yes, you do that. And then you find a way to move Tavares, and that's the subsequent deal you do. You try and move JT at some point. Let me see if I can play this video. I don't even know if we have enough time now to play this video because we are going to puck drop here. I'll play a little bit of it. Steve Dangle broke that there is going to be a new 3-on-3 league coming up. Here's the video he released on Twitter. Here it is.
I want to say this.
Steve Dangle here for SDPN, and we have some huge breaking news for the professional hockey landscape in North America. This upcoming fall, as in this year, 2024, as in a few months, there will be a new professional hockey league launching in North America. I'm told it will be called the MLH, standing for Major League Hockey. And what sets it apart from the NHL, the AHL, ECHL, what sets it apart from all those leagues is it will be full-time 3-on-3. Not just overtime, the games will be played 3-on-3. Rosters will be 14 players, that's 12 players, 12 skaters, and 2 goalies. And there will be a salary cap, just like there is in the National Hockey League. The National Hockey League salary cap is $83.5 million, or at least it was this past season. The salary cap for MLH will be $30 million. So if you were to divide a $30 million salary cap evenly over all 14 players on the roster, that would be roughly 2.1, a little bit more than $2.1 million per player. Additionally, I'm told that for every win a team gets, there will be a $100,000 bonus given to that team for that win to be split amongst the whole team. Not just the players, I'm told, it will also apply to the coaching staff, which will be roughly an additional 5,000-6,000.
All right. Sorry, Steve. Steve, shut up. Shut up, Steve. No more about your 3-on-3 league. We are back. Overtime has started. Sorry, Steve. You should have got me the video earlier. So we didn't get your full comments on your new 3-on-3 league that you are the owner of. He's not really. He just announced the breaking news, which is kind of cool. All right, so we are underway in overtime, 19:30 on the clock right now. Igor's working the puck behind the net. Next goal wins officially. That 3-on-3 league sounds interesting. I need more details on it. I've been obviously hanging out with you all, so I don't know the full details on it. And I can't really comment on something I don't really know about. We're watching the Hurricanes lose the puck to the Rangers in the neutral zone. The Rangers go back to their own end of the ice and throw the puck in deep, and Kochekov handles it behind the net. The Hurricanes, all credit to them for saving their season. Absolutely unbelievable. Now a shot on goal there.
Stopped by Shesterkin. It's 2-on-2. Panarin and Laugh. Laugh shoots it well wide. That's it! That's it! 3-0! Oh my God, out of nowhere! Are you kidding me, Artemi Panarin? What just happened? The bread man out of nowhere puts the New York Rangers up 3-0 in the series on the back of their Russian brick wall, Igor Shesterkin. The other Russian steps up, and Artemi Panarin ices this one for the Rangers. My goodness, what was that? Laugh throws it in. Puck goes around the glass. Simple play by Orlov. Trocheck throws it. Bounces off Panarin's stick. Goes through Kochekov, and that's the game! And Panarin does the high leg kick! Panarin with a high leg kick! Oh my goodness, he tips it through his own legs! He tips it through his own legs! The bread man did it! The bread man did it! Unbelievable! That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Draping the mug in this jersey. Get out the dancing animals. The dancing animals squad must celebrate. We are done for the night. Unbelievable. Wow. 3-0 for the New York Rangers. Damn. Everybody who had Breadman in the chat, congratulations. That's all she wrote for the Hurricanes. Every single game of this series was so unbelievably tight. Everything was tight. Like, there's no reason at all for this to be 3-0, except the fact that the New York Rangers have found a way to win every single of these tight games and capitalizing on these offensive opportunities. All credit to them. Oh, my goodness. Igor's been phenomenal, and when the Stars need to show up and score a goal, they do. Trocheck gets the puck after Orlov mishandles it against the boards. Just a simple tip to Panarin's stick, who tips it through his legs. And they score, and that's all she wrote. That is it. That is it for us tonight. Thank you for being here. Gregory, you don't win anything. I assume you had the correct answer, but you don't win anything. I'm sorry. I'll see you again on Saturday for the sweep. Like, this series just got a whole less interesting right now. Thank you, everybody who's been hanging out. It's been a blast. I don't know what to say. I'm stunned that they've been able to do this. The Rangers have been, but we shouldn't be surprised. They're undefeated in these playoffs so far. This Carolina team's been very good. Very similar to last year against the Panthers, where they're playing these tight games, and the other team has just been able to pull them out each time. Rod made the move from Freddie to Kochetkov, and I don't think that's the reason they lost. I think the reason they lost is they can't capitalize on their offensive opportunities. When you put up 46 shots, last game they were 50 plus. When you have 15 power play opportunities and you go over 15, you can't win a hockey game. And that's what's happened to the Hurricanes. They've gone ice cold on offense. They can't get it going. They can't score the big goals they need to. And the New York Rangers are up 3-0. That's it for me. Thank you very much. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be watching and hanging out throughout this stream. I'll see you again on Saturday. If you haven't liked this video, do that as we end it. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel as well. Good night.